Go.
Yeah. Yo, what up? Yo, time is running out. It's for real though. Let's connect. Politic ditto. We can trade places, get lifted in the staircases. Word up, peace, incarcerated. Scarfaces.
Ah,
Yes, sir. Y'all know the vibes, dog. Welcome to the Zone Sports Podcast.
pew, 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 pew.
Yes, sir. This is the best sports podcast you never heard. You know what I mean? I'm one half of your host, your boy Big V. You see my guy over there. He damn near the coach of the 49ers at this point. You know what I mean? Let him know who you be, my G.
Yo, it's your boy COOL, and with all these injuries, I'm always wondering what the hell. It's your boy Corey, and I promise you, every week from week, I'm never telling the same old tired story. Yo, it's your boy Cool C, and I mean never, ever, and I mean ever dated a floozy. And for those out there in YouTube land who has the pleasure of seeing us on video, we got the sound for you right there. Sam, Big Vito, what's happening?
Yeah, man. Everything is okay. Everything is all right. You know what I mean? We're alive. We're here today. We both probably got some personal issues going on. But Cole, we here today, man. We
Yeah,
here, you know what I mean? We here to fight through the tough issues, you know what I mean? Whether
sir.
they be big or small, we here. You know what I mean? We are here. Shout out to everybody that be tapping in. If this is your gateway, you know what I mean, to relax and you tapping into the zone, man, we appreciate y'all, man. You know, Cause I be getting messages like the homies be hitting me like, yo, we just waiting on y'all to get picked up by somebody. We tuned in. I'm like, man, y'all crazy, man. We appreciate that though. You know what I mean? We
I'll
appreciate.
take it long as the money right. But I tell you what though, Big V,
Mm-hmm.
I do now. One thing that I do love, the independence and the freedom that
Yeah.
we have to kind of do what the hell we want. So it is always that little seesaw of, like real quick, like I love the situation, at least from afar, because I don't know it firsthand, obviously. Like what happened with the Pat McAfee show and
Yeah,
how it
yeah.
got picked up from ESPN or to ESPN. And like they can still curse and do all that stuff up there. And it's like, yo, it's like noon. It's like, yo, they can say shit. Like, whoa, y'all don't beat that. That's wow.
I just want his contract. Whatever that like, I don't even know how you work that out. Like this is on prime time noon
Yes,
ESPN, dog. What they
salute to
are,
Pat McAfee. Dog,
dog. However you did that with Disney, mind you, it ain't just ESPN.
Mr. Mickey Mouse
Yeah,
himself.
dog. They are on there cussing at will, chilling blatantly, like just having a conversation. Like the quote my man Kanye. I'm on TV talking like it's just me and you. You know what I mean?
You know,
Like
so
I want that. Listen,
say that.
ESPN, Revolt, whoever,
Yeah.
Barstool, whatever. Listen, man, you want to come holler at the zone? You know what I mean? Listen, I ain't gonna lie. You might can get us on the cheap, but it gotta be worth it. You gotta pay two niggas.
Yeah, you
You
got
gotta pay two niggas. You feel
dose.
me? Two.
You know what? Because I wonder, Pat McAfee, I mean, their staff is mob deep. You know,
Dog.
it's like,
He got his homies on there, and they
that's
kicking
what I'm
it.
saying.
D-
Like, and even when they go to WWE events, his boys be with us like, yo, nah, you want me, you got to take my whole crew.
And you,
Insert the 36, aka the 37th chamber. Okay? So salute to those guys.
man, how fire is that, dog?
Yeah.
How fire is that to have that kind of deal, that kind of freedom, have that kind of marketing? Like, and I tell people all the time, like, listen, listen, that's all we missing is the marketing money. Get us the marketing dollars. We out of here. This is great content. I have too many people telling
Yeah.
me, yo, this is yo. I be tapping in, yo. I watch it before I go to bed. I watch it in the morning, yo. They tapped in
Yeah.
and they telling
Wow.
me,
I love
dog.
that.
You know what I mean? Now I know that we might not be getting the most views, but it's about the response from the views we get.
There you go. Say that right there. Say
That's
that
what
right there.
that's about. You know what I mean? Now, if the few people was tapping in, yo, I ain't feeling it. I might be trying to wrap it up, but no, it's too many people that when we don't put out a pod, they hit me. Yo, Killer might hit me. Yo, what's up with the pod? Y'all ain't dropping this week, man. Like I love that. I
I
love
told you
that.
I told you a few weeks ago, my dad loves the show. Like that,
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
That's wild.
That is wild. You know what? That's a good segue because I want to start this pod talking about my mother.
Okay.
I literally just got off the phone with my mother 2 minutes before we start the pod. Mom, you got to stop.
Hmm?
My mom had the audacity to text me on Sunday about the Colts game.
Yeah.
Say, yo, she hit me.
I watched that game.
She hit me. Yo, y'all going crazy. Danny Dimes, that's y'all future quarterback. I think he done found him a home. I say, I had to. I say, yo, mom, don't text me about the Colts, especially involving Danny Dimes, White Mike, whoever y'all may refer to him as. He is not my leader. He is not my wanting quarterback. No, I'm not accepting this. Sorry, Danny. It's more to do. I'm not accepting this because of how the organization is just set up. Like we've had the worst luck right now. Salute to the defense. You know what I mean? The defense is I like the D. Offense, nah. I said, Mom, wake me up when they play somebody. Don't call me about the troubled Dolphins. Dolphins have some turmoil going on right now.
Ooh, boy, that's a whole nother podcast there, buddy.
You know what I mean? They got some turmoil. Text, yo, hit me when we play the Chiefs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Somebody where he's
Real.
and when he's getting now he's if he getting this joint off against the Chiefs, hit me. Then I might give him some credit. But no, man, sorry, Danny, I'm not giving you no credit. Sorry, Colts gang. Salute to the defense, but no, it's over for me. It's over for me. But what I do like, Corey, I like that Jets and Steelers game. Let's just get to it. You know what I mean? That Jet. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you were under a rock Sunday or at work or you was just not, you just listen. I don't know what you was doing, but I know at 1 o'clock you should have been tapped in to the Jets and Steelers. Corey, let me tell you something, man. I thought I'd never come on this podcast and give Aaron Rodgers another compliment ever. In the rest of the history of this podcast, I just knew I would never give him another compliment. Corey, I'm here to tell you, man. I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields. It's so crazy to see that these two were once on opposite teams.
Yeah.
Well, Justin played a little bit for the Steelers backup. You know what I mean? Whatever. I think he might have started a couple games, but didn't pan out. We all know the Aaron Rodgers situation. We covered it enough. Corey, both of them were in rare form on Sunday. Let me tell you, man, I'm so happy for Justin Fields. Like talk about a quarterback as young as he is. He's been through the ringer.
Yes, he has.
Um, I want to talk about not only him, and I'm gonna get to Aaron too, but we gotta discuss Caleb Williams in a little while. We gotta discuss you know, how he's looking too, but he looked great Sunday too. Like I'm hoping things work out with the Bears and him because he's been through some turmoil too. Real young, they done count
It's
him
like
out.
any quarterback that goes through the Bears, man, is like, they
What
know how to F up a quarterback, don't they, Big V?
dog? Like we're not even gonna get in what they did to my homeboy who played for Carolina, the Tar Heels that went there.
Yeah.
I ain't seen him since. It's been a while, and he
Yeah.
didn't have the best career.
Yeah. Trubisky. Mitch
Yeah,
Trubisky.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god. It's just somebody that Chicago system that it just don't fit quarterbacks well. But let's discuss Justin Fields. Corey, I have some stats I want to read here. He had right here. I'm impressed by what I see as far as he only got sacked one time. He had one touchdown. Um, what I like though, Corey, is his quarterback rating 119. Corey,
Bad, bro.
that is serious.
Yeah.
Corey, the way he was hauling ass on the Steelers defense, the way he was throwing sidearm on the go, dog, he looked phenomenal. I'm so happy for him, and I hope that this system works out for him. I do because he needs a fair shot. Now with Aaron Rodgers, got some stats from him too. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns, was sacked 4 times, 136 quarterback rating.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Corey, I didn't see the Steelers system working out for him, but let me tell you something. If they're going to play him this way and get him where he is rolling out to whatever side he's rolling out to and throwing that thing on the back foot and throwing it on the go, dog. Listen, this could be a great season for the Steelers, but they have to design it like that. Aaron Rodgers, he does good when he's rolling out. He can do good in the pocket, but I think personally he's at his best when he's rolling out. Um,
Oh, when that pocket breaks down, Big V,
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
dangerous.
we've seen him make something out of nothing, literally, so many time after time. I like that for him. I think that them being tight end heavy, quote unquote, with using two and three tight ends in the rotation, I think that helps him. I think that really does help him versus trying to depend on a couple of the wide receivers or whatever. But tight ends can be important. I don't think that he's. I was trying to think Sunday when I was jotting my notes. I don't think that I can't remember, and I could be wrong. I don't remember like him having a signature tight end ever. I could be wrong.
I don't remember either.
He's had some receivers, of course, but I don't think he's had a signature tight end. Like he's never had a my man from the that played for the Patriots. He didn't have a
Gronk.
Gronk. Yeah, he didn't have a Gronk. Um, so this system right here, I think, is going to be great for him. Being the fact that they actually have a couple of good tight ends to go along with some of the young receivers that they have. I'm anxious to see how it works out um for him, but I really want to see more of this Justin Fields and the Jets football court.
Yeah, this game was extremely impressive because like Aaron Rodgers is like 85 and a half years old, and I'm just like, okay, it's the first game of the season. Gonna have to shake off the rush. You know, he don't do the preseason stuff,
Yeah,
and rightfully so. And I'm just like, what the hell am I watching? And just as much as I was in awe of Aaron Rodgers, I'm looking at the same thing for Justin Fields.
yeah,
And I think overall, we collectively as a football community have given up on Justin Fields. And, it's tough I had concerns about him going to the Jets.
me too.
We just talked about Chicago's track record with quarterbacks. I mean, enter the Jets. I'm like, dude. And the thing was, real quick, was that I know Pittsburgh wanted to keep him. Like that was part of their plan.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
wanted to bet on himself. He didn't. Justin Fields didn't like the money that they was throwing his way. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go to Jets and shout out to Coach Aaron Glenn, a black coach over there at
Oh
the
yeah, salute.
with him." I was concerned with him going to the Jets as well, because that's just like that's where people go to die from a
And
football.
that's what people go to butt fumble.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, all due respect, it's like Koch Records in the hip hop industry. And once upon a time, it's like,
Come on, come. I,
Koch Records. It's like, oh,
I,
that's getting buried. But it's like,
I ain't gonna let you do that to Koch. I think Koch was a lot better than the Jets. That's not good. Not so fast, my friend. You know what I mean? We're not gonna do that. Koch had Prodigy. They had Jim Jones. They had Harold Rail. They had some
okay,
fire talent
they,
over
they
there.
didn't have their best in their prime. They had the best, but not in their prime.
Yeah.
So yeah, touche. I don't want to put that on them, and I don't want nobody coming after me. Shout out to everybody that was on Koch Records. I'm a fan of all of y'all, and I love each and every one of y'all. And please don't kill me.
There you go.
One thing that I like, or one of the things that I like with Pittsburgh is, like you said, with the tight end system, and I love DJ Metcalf.
Yes.
He had like 7 or 8 targets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
One pass, I think it was like almost like a 30-yarder.
Yes.
Oh, and here's the thing: when Aaron Rodgers like you will get the ball.
Yeah.
Almost to a fault, right? And then it's like, I see the same thing with the Jets with daggone Justin Fields, with Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. Like those guys, like this is just the beginning. And I know it's just one game. We don't want to go too far out of it. But you bring up a real good point, getting back to Pittsburgh with the tight end system or whatever. If you really know what to do with your tight ends,
Yes.
really, really do something special. Even though I'm not a fan of the Patriots or Bill Belichick or anything,
Yeah.
and obviously not a fan of the guy that I'm getting ready to mention, but when they had Aaron Hernandez and Gronk on the field at the same time, dude, because the thing is, real quick, Big V, with tight ends, they're so tricky because you don't know if they're going to block. You don't know if they're going to sprint downfield. You don't know if they're going to go in the middle, or you don't know if they're going to do a little hybrid of both. Block 5 yards and boom. Like, and if you have 2 of them on the field at the same time, or even just one dynamic one from here and there, man, that could set up a whole lot, man. So these 2 teams, I definitely want to keep an eye on moving forward. That's for sure.
Me too, man. Shout out to Justin Fields, man. I hope this is a phenomenal season for him. I'm rooting for Justin Fields. I am. I'm a Colts guy.
Brother.
I'm a Colts guy, but Justin, we're rooting for you here on the Zone Sports Podcast. Um, Corey, you know, I'm gonna segue into some college football, and for the first time in a long time, I'm disgusted right now, and it has a lot to do with the Michigan Wolverines. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wolverines play Oklahoma on Saturday. Corey, can you pull up that score for me, please? I'd
Uh,
appreciate it.
yeah, I got you covered. I got you covered, my guy.
Um, they played Saturday. Was it in the big? It wasn't in the big house. It was in Oklahoma, and um, you know, I'm gonna just say it. I hate to say this, and you know what? I'm gonna tune it.
I got the score when you're ready, my guy.
What was that score? Give me that score, Corey.
It was 24-13.
And people hear that and they think it's not a bad score. It's kind of like sound like it was kind of close. Look at my face, y'all. It wasn't. Corey, I don't think we ever had a worse quarterback than we do now. I hate to say that to the young man. I can't think of. I went down the list Saturday because I had to. That's Saturday and Sunday. What I do, Corey? Now I watch the games. I jotted my notes to bring them on this podcast because sometimes I forget. I don't think I went down the list from Tom Brady, um, just through a bunch of people that we've had so far. Through Michigan. Even my guy who got McCarthy. We've had a few good quarterbacks. This isn't the case this year. Um, Corey, I know we shouldn't judge him off 2 games. We should give him grace. The quarterback. I don't even know his name because be honest with you, I'm not interested in your name because you haven't made me pay attention enough to want you to know your name. You were just stinging it up Saturday night, overthrowing passes and everything else that you was. It was disgusting.
It was tough, bro.
It was tough to watch, Corey. Sack after sack, scramble after scramble. We didn't look. We dog. Listen, I don't know what we're ranked now. Because I can guarantee you, we slid down at least 3 slots from 14. I think we was 14, Corey.
I get that real quick.
We probably slid down. We should be at least 20. Well, you know what? Oklahoma is good. We should be 18 at least, based off style of play. And to top it all off, Corey, we still battling shit from Spygate or Record Gate or Dress Up Gate or whatever the hell y'all want to call it. When my man went there and
But yeah, kind of making the stallion.
when
Yeah.
Connor Megan the Stallion went over there and was dressed like a college coach of that particular team down to the fucking polo shirt. I still can't even believe you did that bullshit. I can't.
And what he did that against Central Michigan of all teams.
Are you crazy? You see what I'm saying? Look,
Yeah, y'all are 20. Y'all are 23. Y'all slid 8 spots this week, Big V.
Corey, let me tell you something. This year is not going to go well for us, especially the fact that now we're going to be missing Sharon Wright for the next 2 games. He's suspended due to the record gate or whatever gate, whatever dress up scam. I don't even know what to fucking call it. It's
And you know what's
embarrassing.
crazy, Big V? He can't even practice with the team during
No,
those
he
8.
can't.
When Jim Harbaugh was suspended, he was at least able to practice with the team. He just couldn't be there on game day. Sharon Moore, he's not even able to practice with them for the next 2 weeks, and going to be suspended next year at the top of 26 when y'all play over at Seas in Germany.
I was just reading that here. I was on the internet trying to see how long did he have. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know until right now that it was a reoccurring thing for next year.
Yeah, I didn't know that either till I read it right before the pod, man.
This is damaging to the team, Corey. You can't even be at the and that's a good point because Harbaugh was all over them practices, and this was at a critical time. We had to go play Ohio State.
Yeah.
He was still there. I wonder why they're doing him. That's a good point. I wonder why they're not giving him the Harbaugh grace. That's a
Yeah.
good point. This might be
Like,
big.
what differentiates that from, because it's all stemming from the same
The same
infraction,
thing.
if I'm not mistaken. This ain't
Yes.
anything new.
This is nothing new. This is the same scandal. Corey, I'm gonna quote the great Wesley Snipes. This is big. This is bigger than Nino Brown. This is big business. you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um. Again, horrible game by Michigan. Our quarterback situation is not looking great. I don't, Corey. I don't. I'm gonna go on record and say this now. I don't have us making the playoffs. Sorry, I don't have us making the playoffs. What are your thoughts, man?
This is real tough, man, because I know that whenever infractions come down, it's always tough to see how it affects a program.
Yeah,
Um, and when they came down, it was to me mostly financial.
yeah,
I got hit with like a couple of $1 million of fines and stuff like that.
yeah.
And obviously before NIL, it would all practical purposes cripple a program where you get
It
banned from
will.
games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I love how they're not doing y'all like that because of the players. You're punishing players that wasn't there when this stuff happened.
yeah,
So it's like the opportunity is still there. Now let's go into the NIL era, which we are in.
yeah,
Some players may or may not care about whatever's going on. Are you going to pay me? This is still a big time program. Y'all are still on TV every single Saturday.
yeah,
Whatever. Almost exclusive deals with NBC and Peacock, right?
yeah, yeah,
And so when I kind of span across all the games, but I really wanted to pay attention to this to you because I know you're a Michigan fan and quarterback name, which I know you could care less about, Bryce Underwood, 40%, 40.2 QBR. You just rattled out the QBRs for Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields in our last segment. They both was in like the lower to mid hundreds, right? And I think the highest is like 140 or
yeah.
150.
Something like that.
This guy was 9 of 24.
You see what I'm saying?
That is bad.
Yes.
That's bad, bro. Because the thing about it is just like you would think Michigan is still enough of a powerhouse to at least make it a lot more competitive. And I get what you're saying. If you just look at the box score, you're like, oh, well, it's not that it's just the 11 point
Yeah,
victory.
yeah,
And it's funny because I joke with my wife all the time. It's like, oh, there's always still time left. It's always just that in the third. I'm like, no, 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 honey. It's about the game flow. It's about how you look, i.e., enter Billy Belichick with Carolina versus TCU on Labor Day. It's not the fact that we lost, it's how you lose. And it's just like the inability to move the ball.
hmm
Big early, I was off today and I was playing college football at 25. I got my second season of my beloved ECU Pirates started up, Big V.
Let's
And it's
go.
like, oh, we saw what you did last year. Now, granted, I ain't make the playoffs in this year. I'm gonna be real quick. I can talk about this
Okay,
video.
okay.
But I got a couple of 4-star. We're still in Greenville, so you're only gonna get about 3 4-star recruits. Big V, the defense is out of control, right? And so I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready to hit on my second season. I start off against NC State. They're ranked number 14th on the video game. Hung in there the first half, basically tied 14-14. And then Big V, I don't know what happened. I don't know if my game glitched. I don't know if my PlayStation hates. I don't know what happened. All I know is I got ghetto blasted by, and granted, it was in Raleigh in
Okay.
NC, and I got torched. And Big V, I'm bringing it all back to this. For whatever reason, I say whatever reason, this is what you're supposed to do. It's so realistic. NC State adjusted. I couldn't pass the ball. I couldn't move the ball. I couldn't run the ball. There was nothing. I mean, I threw 4 picks in the second half. Over, right? It's over. And then you know who I got next week after that, Big V?
Oh,
Number one ranked Georgia. This game is trying to get me to quit. It's trying to get me to quit. They ain't asked for this. So let's bring it back to Michigan. You can't move the ball, man.
yeah.
You can't pass. You can't run. I don't know what happens after that because, at least with me, I'm about ready to cut the damn game off. In real life, got to figure something out. And I don't know what I don't have an answer to that, man.
Corey, I don't either. That's why I have us not making the playoffs this year. I don't. I don't. I know this isn't on, the docket, but I gotta give a big shout out real quick to Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson.
Mm,
They have recently accepted head coaching jobs at HBCUs.
mm.
I let me see. I think Michael Vick is at
He's with
Norfolk State.
Norfolk State. Yeah.
Norfolk State,
I can't remember
and
who John Jackson is with.
I got it in my notes. He's with Delaware State.
Okay. So look,
Um, they
I
just
love
had they just had their first wins this week, so I want to give a salute to them. You know what I mean?
pew, 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 pew.
Shout out to them boys, man. Legends, legends in two. They're trying to be legends in two games like Pee Wee Kirkland. You know what I mean?
I love
You know, we love it. Salute to y'all. Salute to Dion for paving the way, for this
yes.
route. And I'm here, man. I hope it works out for the both of them, Corey.
Word up.
I really do. Um, Still keeping the college, man. This is, a college show today. Corey, this came across my desk last week that Bill Belichick now has the New England Patriot scouts banned from coming to the UNC Tar Heel practices, Corey. Um, as our resident Tar Heel fan of football, I have to get your thoughts on this when you heard about this, Corey. Being the fact that, you just came on this podcast last week
Yeah.
and ripped Bill Belichick to
Yeah.
pieces.
It's going to continue.
What are your thoughts on this?
This is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard.
Is there a reason why he's doing this? I didn't hear the reason.
The reason is because he's not allowed to go to New England for whatever reason. I don't know the reason. So he's basically like, if I can't go there, your scouts can't go here. Now, this is super duper petty.
Hmm.
And I think Billy is forgetting one thing. In college football, Billy, you don't draft players. You have to recruit them. And if I am a said player, Big V, why would I want to go to the Tar Heels to lessen my chances of getting seen by any scout? Heck, there might be a New England Patriot scout that may draft me. But guess what? It won't happen. Ask Drake May, how would that have panned out? Who now plays with the Patriots for Coach Vrabel? He got drafted by the Patriots from North Carolina. How would that have worked out? You are cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Mm.
And to me, one thing does not have anything to do with the other. And this is only, we're getting ready to enter the third week, if I'm not mistaken, of college football, unless you're counting week 0. And this is just going to be a long year of pettiness,
Yeah.
stupidity, and I'm going to do it my way. And no, I'm going to take my ball and go home. Now, never mind the fact that Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, is still saying this guy is going to get a statue out in New England. Like, that's still going to happen. But for whatever reason, and to be fair, I don't know why Billy can't go to New England. I will ask you another question. Why can't Billy go there? Number 3, why would Billy even want to go there if he's quote unquote in Chapel Bill country, as some have dubbed it? What, like, I don't get, like, he don't understand. He is so used to the NFL where you draft players. College ain't like that. It's going to be a long year, and I still stand by what I said 7 days ago. Cancel football season, put us on a year death penalty, get Billy the Billy Goat out of my program so I can at least somewhat root for the Tar Heels again, because right now we stink. Yeah, I know we beat the Charlotte 49ers. What
Yeah.
the damn do?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
You
What's I don't know. I'm too jaded.
you know, I wondered was Bill gonna be on your what the hell segment this week, but we about to find out, Corey. It's what the hell segment time, dog. What's up, man?
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
this is envisioned by Big Vito, executed by yours truly, and co-sponsored by my lovely, cute little portable offshoot of mine, who's in the middle of potty training, who decides whether she wants to go or not, and when she wants to go, and whether she's going to go on herself or go in the potty whenever she feels like it, not whether we feel like it. This is who all the what the hells are brought to you by. You know what I'm saying? You know, Big V, we
Who we
gotta go.
got, man? Who we got?
We gotta go to the bathroom, bro. We gotta go to the bathroom. Yeah, we gotta go. You know, no pause, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I feel for reporters, man. I really do. I feel for, because to me, outside of like a police officer, EMT, fireman, doctor, real like physically, really physically labor intense type jobs, I think reporters have in sports have the one of the toughest job in sports. And I'm gonna tell you why, Big V.
Hmm.
Because you really just there doing your job. Whoever it is you said work for, if you don't ask a certain question, you might get fired. Someone else might take your assignment. You know, things can happen. You got to ask the questions. Now, are there reporters who ask some silly questions? Absolutely. But you know what really grinds my gears is when a reporter is asking a legitimate question and you just shut them down like you King Joffrey Joe Fair from Coming to America. Okay,
Hmm.
I don't understand. Like I'm gonna bring up this conversation, Big V.
Okay.
It's about a said quarterback. Reporter asked said quarterback appeared to be having some throwing pains. The coach cut him off. According to who? Who did my quarterback say that to you, Big Vito? Well, the reporter responded to that said coach said, "Well, no, I haven't spoken to your quarterback." Coach then said, I've never filmed any of you guys using the bathroom or the restroom, so I don't know what kind of faces you make when you're doing that. This coach said in response. Big V, this what the hell sponsored by little girl potty downstairs. It's brought to you by Steve Sarkeesian of your Texas Longhorn. Oh yes, this is about Arch Manning, who had appeared to have been wincing after he threw a pass. The reporter basically said, "Hey, Sark, Manning seemed to be having some throwing pains. Sark cut him off. According to who? Did my quarterback tell you that?" Now, borderline terrified. The reporter's like, no, 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 no. He didn't say any of that. Sark said, I never filmed any of y'all faces while y'all was in the bathroom, Big V. So he's basically trying to, I don't even get the correlation here. So I think where he's trying to go at is that Arch Manning wincing it's the same of when you're going into the bathroom. And I guess you wince when you go in the bathroom. Maybe it was when you're doing a number two and it's just a killer wince, but ain't nobody asking you about that, Big V. So how dare you? How dare you have the galls to ask me about my quarterback? Okay, time out, Sark. Sark. First of all, it is an extremely legitimate question to ask, my guy. It really is. Now you could have, even though I'm not a fan of this guy, you could have went the whole Bill Belichick route. Like, hey man, look, I'm not talking about that right now. We're going to
Yeah.
get him checked out if he needs to get checked out, and we'll let you know tomorrow. But we ain't
Hmm.
talking about that today. I thought he had a good game today. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Or you're like, well, you know what, man. I think he probably took a tough hit, but man, we're gonna work on it, man. Arch Manning's a tough kid. He's gonna stay out there. Da, 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 da. But nah, your answer was, I never filmed any of y'all when y'all was in the back. I would hope not. Like this whole king ruler of the universe stuff with these head coaches got to stop, man. This was a complete legitimate question to ask. First of all, you could argue even before NIL whether they stink or not. Texas always matter. It's one of those four pillars of the college football community. Texas, Florida State, USC, Notre Dame. Like when those guys are good, it matters. And you can
Yeah.
argue now post NIL, Texas is a semi-pro football team, and it's the quarterback, dude. Steve Sark. The reporter has a right to ask, why is your quarterback wincing?
Yeah.
Steve Sark. What the hell, man? Come on, man.
Yeah. I hadn't even heard of this, and I'm with you. I'm missing the correlation. I don't know how he made that comparison or whatever you want to call it. But I think he's gonna look back on that later on and say, I don't know what the hell I was thinking either. Like that was that those two are not even correlatable.
No, no, not at all. I mean, and there's video, like it's on video that he appears to be wincing after he threw a pass. It's legitimate
Um,
to ask it. I watch every single 49ers post game presser, baby, every single one. And you got questions that Coach Shanahan is going to answer. You got other ones where it's like, hey, nah, we can't talk about that right now. I'll have something for you on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Simple. I've never seen Shanahan be disrespectful to the reporters there. I
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah.
But I would really hope you wouldn't be filming people using the restroom. You
I would hope so.
know. So
Yeah. What
I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, what the hell, man? I don't know either. You know what I mean? What I do know is I appreciate everybody who be tapping in each and every time we drop, man. Whether you're watching the full video on YouTube or catching the clips on IG or watching the show, whatever you doing, as long as you
Yeah.
tapping into the Zone Sports podcast, man, we'll appreciate y'all each and every time. You know what I mean? Corey, I appreciate you each and every week, man. You know what I mean? You already know how we do, man. You know what I mean? And if y'all know how we end this thing, let us show you, man. Peace.